Hello everyone, back at you with another gardening video. Don't mind the lazy hairdo. It's a lazy day today. Hair up, be lazy. But today I'm going to talk about pollination. I've already told you guys about like cucumbers, zucchini, I think it's squash as well, about the plants that have a male and a female flower that have to be pollinated by bees. They have to be. But do all plants have to be pollinated by bees? Do the peppers need pollination? Do tomatoes need pollination? I'm going to talk about that, let you guys know some information, how you can help them pollinate, and I'm also going to show you the example of how you would pollinate that male to female plant. Let's dive in. So guys, we are with our cucumber plants right now. And my cucumbers, I don't know, they're just not doing well this year. I've done everything I possibly could. Some of it could be the sunlight because they are in a shadier spot. But I've grown them here every year for like 4 years. Never had an issue. So I don't know. They just don't like this spot this year. The leaves are just not doing well. They're not really producing. We are starting to get more female plants now. And we are starting to get some growth, although they're just not growing very fast. So I don't know. This one I didn't pollinate, and you can kind of see it's dying off, so it didn't get pollinated by the bees themselves. But right here we have a female that's got a flower open and a male right next to it. Normally I would do multiple males when I do this, but you would take, I'm going to use a paintbrush. Paintbrush is nice and soft, so you don't damage the flower so bad. And you're going to go right in the center of the male flower. Just kind of brush right in the center. Then you're going to go to the female and brush right in the center of the female flower. Transfer any pollen. You can do this with multiple flowers. Usually I do a couple because that's part of the reason there's multiple males produced for every female, is so that there's plenty to pollinate. So you would brush. I'm going to do another one right here, I guess. So hoping to get some actual cucumbers off the plant. My cucumbers are just not doing well. Oh, look at that. As I'm talking, a bee came to do its job. And that's what you want to see. You want to see the bees coming and doing their job. But you can't always guarantee they're going to. So, yeah, our cucumbers are probably a fail this year. We might get a couple small cucumbers, but I just don't foresee us getting a lot from them. But that would be how you would hand pollinate, like the cucumbers, zucchini, squash, all that stuff. Not very hard to do. I like using a paintbrush over a Q-tip because it's a lot softer. It's a lot less damaging to the plant. A Q-tip, you run that risk of damaging it. So I like doing it that way. Now, let's move right along to peppers. These guys don't have a lot of flowers, so we're not really going to do much. We do have some peppers going on those cayennes, but we don't have a lot of flowers. Shockingly enough, our lettuce is still not seeding. It's getting closer to doing so, I think, though. It's getting taller, which usually means it's going to seed. Okay, so we got the hot banana pepper right here. This one's got some flowers. And you can see how it's got flowers. Pepper plants have a male and a female inside each flower. There's not a need for pollinating from one flower to the next. So sometimes what helps is you can take and you can shake the plant a little bit, which helps move those pieces around. Because if they're farther apart, then they won't pollinate each other. Usually they are close together, they touch each other, they're going to pollinate. If you shake the plant, if they're further apart, it will help them pollinate each other. So that is why you would shake the plant. So you can take the plant and just kind of lightly shake. That will hopefully cause them to pollinate. I just de-weeded yesterday. Can't even tell, there's already weeds I missed. That's going to drive me nuts, so it's got to go. It's got to go. All that work. I got to get out here and do a little bit of work. Like, we're getting a little bit of yellowing, which I don't like seeing, but the peppers are doing amazing. I have not done any pollination help with my peppers, and they're just doing amazing on their own. But that is how you do that. See, like, this guy's got a lot of flowers. You can just kind of lightly shake, and that will help cause those two to meet up and essentially mate. Same thing with tomatoes. Tomatoes do not need to be pollinated by a male and a female. Each of their flowers have male and female in there. So the breeze shaking helps shake them, but if you want, you just take and just do a light shake so that way they can touch each other. As long as those two touch, they've pollinated. So there is no need to cross between one flower to the next with pollen. The bees can. Now this is where that problem arises. This is something that you want to keep in mind. Sorry, I'm going to turn around. You want to keep in mind that a bee can take pollen from one flower to another, which in turn means they can go from one pepper plant to another. This is how you'd get a hybrid. This is how you'd get a cross of two different peppers. So you want to be careful when you're planting to plant your hot peppers in a different area or away from, as best you can, from the sweet peppers. Because otherwise you run that chance of a hot pepper crossing with a sweet pepper and you end up with a hot pepper again. So you want to try to keep your hot peppers separated from your sweet peppers. Easier said than done sometimes, because a bee can go from one plant to another. They could go from the cucumber all the way down to the tomato. I don't think we're going to get a cute tomato, but maybe. Who knows? So you just got to kind of keep that in mind. Our reapers, they got quite a few flowers. Like I said, just shake. You don't need to actually pollinate them. Some people still do. But there's no need to. See those wicked tails on the ends of those? You see that wicked tail? Ooh, those are hot. Those are horribly, horribly hot. Why did I plant those, you ask? I don't know. I can't tell you. It was just spur of the moment. Let's be risky. Let's experiment. I don't know what my reasoning was, but we got lots of reapers growing on that plant. And I'm a little bit scared because I'm going to have to do something with them. But yes, I do have some stuff I have to take care of. We've got some pests going on, eating some leaves. So we got to figure that out. There's a pest on there right now. Go, get away. This one I'm going to take off because this one's got some like nastiness going on with it. But we're getting a lot of produce, so I can't complain. But that, guys, is how you would pollinate your peppers, your tomatoes, how you would help them pollinate. No, you do not need to pollinate yourself or manually pollinate them, because they do the work themselves. They have the male and female in each flower. There is no need to actually transfer from one flower to the next, unlike your cucumbers, your zucchini, and your squash. But hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you're having some issues and your tomatoes are just not producing, you're getting flowers but not producing, go out there and give them a little bit of a shake. You can pollinate them yourself, but you really don't have to. Guys, have a great day. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss future uploads, and we'll catch you on the next one.